Beautiful stroke, beautiful stroke. And he's done it.
Welcome to the highlights, where Australia declared their innings at 344 for 9, setting England 383 to win the match. It was a real outside chance for England. Australia needed 10 wickets, and we pick up play now in the very first over. No runs on the board as the fourth ball, and those two old adversaries, Dennis Lillee and Geoffrey Boycott, are in action. In the commentary box, Tom Graveney is with Jim Laker.
And very, very close, well worthy of a shout. And in fact, he's given him out. Some delay there by Barry Mayer. But finally, Boycott goes, and it's the old story, 100 in one innings and out for naught in the second. But it looked to me particularly good shout. That must be almost a wide. It is, in fact, a wide, way down the leg side. And again, it proved the athleticism there of Rod Marsh behind it. A long, long way to go. So the first run on the board is a wide.
And this is Dennis Lillee's in-swinger. You can see him pushing it across.
And that's a good shot. Half volley, Tavares away, puts the first runs on the board for England. And he'll make it into 3. Fielder there, Dirk Wellham. And I would think he had a pretty good night's sleep last night. Thoughtful Kim Hughes there, just behind on the leg side. And Larkins away. Just nice quiet push off the back foot. And always nice to get your first run in a test innings. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. It's round about leg middle, clipped nicely through mid-wicket. Fielder has given it up, but he's having second thoughts. It's still going to beat him. So the first boundary of the day, and a really good one too.
And he's caught him. Martin Kent had slipped. And Whitney breaks through, the one that goes away off the seam. He really cut the fingers down across that one. And Martin Kent clutched onto it, possibly at the second attempt, but it was a good catch going very, very fast. Chris Tavares is out, caught Kent bowled Whitney for 8. It's 18 for 2 England. There's a half shot there. That looked to me as though it was probably squeezed into the ground. Might get a better idea of it from the replay. Yallop looks disappointed.
Just watch this carefully. I think it was a half volley, and I think it was possibly a chance. Yeah, definitely. He hit it well up the bat, but it went very, very quickly to Graham Yallop in the gully. A magnificent effort there.
A good shot. Very strong in that arc between mid-wicket and extra cover, Mike Gatting. And that was a lovely stroke. There's 4 there. Mightn't have had his foot across, but he certainly had the bat there and gave it a tremendous thump. He's gone to double figures.
Middle of the bat and straight down the ground by Mike Gatting. Three runs to Mike Gatting. Good shot that. Applause for the half century up. 2 wickets down for the half century. Ooh, off the edge, but all along the ground through those excellent slip fielders. There's Terry Alderman and Martin Kent. Very bright has to retrieve the ball. Lovely shot. A very short ball, and got the obvious treatment from Mike Gaddin. Wonderful shot. Just 2 fielders on the leg side, so he can swing it any way he likes.
And 4 more were added to that little flurry of runs just before lunch to take the score at the interval up to 83 for 2. A very good knock that by Mike Gadding for 46. We pick up play now in the 2nd over after lunch. 2 runs added, and it's Dennis Lillee coming into bowl to Mike Gadding. In the commentary box with me is Tom Graveney. Shot, didn't quite get it, so it won't go for 4. It'll be just pulled up inside by Hughes. .88 for 2 and 295 needed, with Lillee bowling to Larkins. And he's got him. That's a good ball. That lifted sharply, and Lillee really is in good touch here today, and in fact throughout the match. He's just started to get it right, and from the look of him, he's also just starting to get his health right. And he's looking a different fellow in the last week. Great try by Whitney and a great try by Lillee as well. And that must be one of the closest things I've ever seen to a pair.
If you watch the line of this ball, you can tell how close it goes. Pushing forward to begin with, coming on to him a little bit quickly, I think.
Didn't quite get that, but it's good enough for 3 runs. Terry Alderman doing the chasing, and Parker can come back. It's 50 to Mike Gadding, and a good knock that. He's very consistent without having yet gone on to make the really big one. It's a better shot. He's kept that down, and he's hit it away there for an easy 2. Can come back for 1 on the throw if they want. And that was a good shot. Played that down in front of square leg. And Gadding is just leading on points at the moment. This little battle with Lillee. 100 for 3. And he's picked up Gatting. That's good bowling. He's put that man around there at deep square, taken the batsman's mind off it, and given him an absolute beauty. Martin Kent catches Gatting for 56 off Lillee, and it's 101 for 4. And now we are into an interesting little bit.
And now to drive it away, good shot. That round was won by Mike Brearley. The end is 5-all, 5:30, so some time left. And that's it. Paul Parker. Martin Kent's 3rd catch of the innings, and very easily taken at first slip. Terry Alderman, incidentally, has hit the record book. equals Rodney Hogg's 41 wickets in Australia-England Test match series. Typically Botham. Just a little defensive push for 3. Oh, well, I just leaned into it and away it went. But there's the backcliff Ted Dexter was talking about, and just a tiny suggestion of follow through. It was all timing, like a rocket. Might be out. Well, wrong shot to the wrong ball. Absolutely straight. Terry Alderman firing that in short of a length.
Well, short, made for it, nobody out there. 4 safe and certain runs. So in the 51st over, England go past the 152 mark, but have lost 6 wickets getting there. Right again to Brearley. Again, that's the wide run outside the off stump, the one he's been waiting for the whole time. He's put it away quite nicely again, and this time he's got 4 for it. And that's the typical knock shot again. No need for him to move. High, wide and handsome over the double gully for 4 more.
Mike Brearley and Alan Knott putting up a really good show there. Stout resistance, and 3 more runs were added from that moment to take the score along to 178 for 6 at tea. Here's the second over after the interval. 3 more runs added. Ray Bright, the left-arm spinner, is still bowling over the wicket. Alan Knott's taking strike, and it's Tom Graveney and Tony Lewis in the commentary box.
Typical Knott. The extravagant sweep shot. Good shot. Off the meat of the bat, and a long run there for Graham Wood. Run 3 and run 4.
There for Knott, but a very good start too. Graham Yallop keeping it down to a single, but that 1 run brings 200 up for England. Yallop to Brearley. That's it. Nice quick wide of mid-on. Brearley takes a single, which I must say gives him a very satisfying 50. Two and a quarter hours for his 50 here in this, the final test. 6-7 balls. Stood up and whacked that. It was over the ropes before anybody had a chance to move. And he's going to get it. There it goes. Steered away square this time. Take him under 52. And what a good innings this has been for Alan Knott. His second 50 in the series, and this one almost matching that very cheeky effort up at Old Trafford.
Oh, well bowled. That's a super piece of bowling to come on there just in preparation for the taking of the second new ball and take the wicket of the England captain with a marvellous leg cutter. And it was a pretty good catch as well. Well, that could be it. The man who has got Australia into such marvellous positions on this tour, Alan Border, might just have dropped the one that makes all the difference.
Well, John Embry has just stuck his leg well forward there. That's what saved him.
And the final test match here is drawn. 261 for 7 England. And England win the series 3-1 with 2 draws. 261 for 7. 3 frustrating wickets away from a victory that would have allowed Australia to go home losing the series only 3-2. But what a good batting performance it was from Gatting, who made 56, Brearley 51 in what might just be his last test match in England or anywhere else for that matter, and Alan Knott with that new method. My word, it's effective, 70 not out, and they kept the Australian bowlers at bay. A great performance from Dennis Lillee again. He almost pulled it off. He wanted to give the England spectators something to remember him by. Well, there were 4 wickets there for 70 runs, and that'll go part of the way to ensuring that. Alderman 2 for 60, and Whitney 1 for 46. Whitney bowled with plenty of pace in a few overs there from the pavilion end. Right, well, the presentation came as soon as the players came off the field. Man of the match was Dennis Lillee. He bowled superbly in the first innings. He equalled his best ever match figures, 11 wickets, and his best ever figures in an innings, 7 for 89. It was quite a superb performance from a man who is now chasing Lance Gibbs' record of 309 wickets. Great performance from him, and man of the series, well, I won't give you 3 guesses for that. It was Ian Botham, who just about won 3 matches on his own. That marvellous century at Headingley, and then he went on to Edgbaston, where he took 5 for 1 in that spell that knocked over the Australians for that ridiculously small total, and then another century up at Old Trafford. A fantastic performance, and I really haven't seen anything like it in all the time I've been watching cricket. Peter West, straight after the presentation, had the good fortune to be able to talk to Mike Brearley and Kim Hughes, the captains of the respective sides.
Well, Kim, in the end, it was a final frustration for you, wasn't it?
Yes, I thought Alan Knott played very, very well, and indeed Mike. When we had England 6 down, I thought we were going to win, but, you know, I think that a lot of bowling eventually told on Dennis or Terry, although you never know. I mean, Dennis bowled 1 ball in the last over, his first ball the last over. That was as quick and as good as he'd bowled all day. So it was a very interesting game, which unfortunately we just didn't quite get up. But once again, the spectators won, I thought.
And, Mike, you were able to play a positive personal role in preserving your unbeaten records as a test skipper in this country.
What you're trying to say is for a change.
Not at all.
Well, yes, it was nice. It was a good game of cricket again. I mean, there were ups and downs all the way through. Again, I thought, you know, we really bowled our way back into the match on the second day and then batted really well. And then there was this collapse against the new ball, Dennis again and Terry Alderman. And then we bowled our way back again, 105 for 4. And with certain unfitnesses, and I thought
it was hard work yesterday for your bowlers, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's hard work, especially when people aren't properly fit. But it was a tremendous effort to get back into the game, and I suppose even then, one catch might have made us, might have made it a really tense match from the point of view of win, lose, or draw.
With the benefit of hindsight, would you have batted first?
Well, I think it was a 50-50. I thought that with a bit of luck we might have got some wickets that first morning, and the pitch was at its fastest. The bounce was also at its truest, and I think you could say it's 50-50.
Kim, it has been, I know you've been on the wrong end of it, a quite tremendous series in which public interest has been enormous.
Yes, it has. Obviously, I think a lot has got to do with England winning. I just wonder whether people here would have thought it's been such a tremendous series if we'd actually been 3 or 4 up. But you know, and I think that's really what you've got to get down to producing players that are going to help you win. And you know, I think we've produced some players that are really going to hold Australia instead throughout the 80s. And whilst we're naturally disappointed, I'm very, very pleased with the way a lot of the players have really developed and really come from nowhere. As we said earlier in the tour, a lot of inexperienced players, or people that, you know, the English people didn't know much about, but I'm sure when we leave from here they'll know about the Aldermans and the Wellhams and know how good Alan Border is, etc., and that sort of thing.
And some sterling performances by the older hands, Lily and Marsh.
Yes, you know, you keep saying how good they are, etc., and Dennis, you know, he said he was going to leave England with people remembering him, etc., and it's only the very, very great players that can produce it when it really counts, and Dennis is 7 for, and then today he's bowling. I think even Barry Meyer said to me, he said there just couldn't have been a better bowler anywhere at any time. And I said to him, I said, if there was, it wasn't worth batting then.
Mike, your final thoughts on an extraordinary series and the English highlights?
Well, a hell of a lot of luck, of course, but also a lot of tremendous performances again. And you've got to mention 2 people, Ian Botham, obviously, batting and bowling, and fielding, catching. And Bob Willis, because he was the man who suddenly made, if there was a difference for, say, 2 or 3 tests, it was in the bowling, it was Bob Willis. I think, I don't know if Kim would agree, but I mean, after the first 2.5, until this last one, a difference in bowling was that Bob Willis really ran in and bowled quickly and straight, and he got back his old fire. And over that period with Jeff Lawson and Rodney Hogg not fully fit, it was our luck, our gain. I mean, he was the one bowler who was able to, at times, bowl really fast.
Well, you're not going to India. Have you still ambitions to play more Test cricket?
Well, I didn't. I've given them up a few times, really. No, not really. It's a nice way to finish, and it'd be nice to win, of course, but I'd be very fortunate
Well, I
and
think
enjoy
you'll be
it.
satisfied with holding the Ashes and winning the series.
Yes, I would, yeah. Quite right.
Kim, thanks a lot for all your cooperation throughout the tour.
Fine, thanks very much indeed, Peter.
Well, there's 2 happy captains, and so they should be, in my opinion. A marvellous series, 3-1 to England, but it was a series that at one stage looked as though it might be all dull and predictable, and I won't say boring, because cricket never is boring to those of us who watch it all around the world, but it could have been predictable. Well, a few of the players in both sides made sure that that didn't happen. Marvellous game at Headingley, a wonderful one at Edgbaston against all the odds, and then Old Trafford, and now here at the Oval. And just how and why it happened perhaps is best summed up by the chairman of the England Selection Committee, Alec Betzer.
But there's been one figure outstanding on this series, which I don't think you need me to say who, and it's Ian Botham. We name the man of the series.
Red